What's going on, everyone? Hope you're having a terrific day. I want to talk about how long should it take to recover. So maybe you've heard about habituation, and you're like, "Oh, I want to go on the steps to doing this to recover." How long should it take? The real answer is, and the answer you should be giving yourself is, it takes as long as it needs to take. I don't want people to get caught up into something where they hear somebody saying it took me this long, and then people are like, oh my gosh, counting down the days, because that's kind of defeating the whole point of habituation. Because the point is, you're supposed to let go of the tinnitus, and if you're constantly like aware of like, how long is it going to take, how long is it going to take, how long is it going to take, but not letting yourself get in the rhythm of just kind of letting it go and forgetting about it. And that's kind of the whole point. So I would have the mindset, and I had the mindset, because I kind of was, I had the mindset that it's going to take as long as it needs to take. And if I heard a story of a guy where it took like 6 months or 12 months or 18 months or whatever, I'm not going to then apply that to my life, because their story isn't my story. Then we do that as humans. We read something that happened to someone and we say, oh, I wonder if that'll happen to me. Duh. Right? And I mean, that's good in some situations where, like, someone does something really spectacular and we're like, oh, I could do that. Well, yeah, I mean, it's possible. You're not saying it's not guaranteed that you will, but it could be the outcome. And, we're kind of pessimistic when it comes to like negative things. We like see some like rare thing that we read. We're like, oh, I wonder if it's going to be me. I wonder if that's me. It's possible, right? But it's probably not probable, And so with something like recovering from tinnitus, it requires patience, and it requires like discipline, because there's sorts of things like I was having to do that I still do every day, getting up early, getting out the door, getting up and then getting out of bed and not laying there. And I don't even think about it anymore. I just get up and get out is what it is. But, definitely like the beginning, like the first 6 months was very difficult, for me. Getting up was challenging at first, but then once I realized like what I needed to do, it was just like, as soon as I woke up, I got out and I would get in the gym and get myself moving, and that made me feel a little bit better. And then I would maybe fast, like do like an intermittent fast, that would make me feel a little bit better. And so I was like stacking my wins little by little, and I was finding ways to distract myself, but not in sort of a way where I'm denying what's happening. Like I would find that I would be doing something and I would forget about it for a few hours, and then my brain would go back to it and I would notice it, but then I would gently just guide my attention somewhere else. Like I would be like, when I heard it, I wouldn't deny that I heard it, right? So I'd be like, I hear it and I'm depressed, and then I would just go about my day and I would forget about it for another hour or so. My brain would go back to it and I would feel those negative emotions again. I would be like, I feel it, I hear it, and I feel sad. So I would call it out. I would be real with myself. I wouldn't deny it. I wouldn't try to pretend and put a mask on and fake it out like it wasn't happening. I was real, and that really helped me, because I was able to be honest with myself. You're able to be honest with yourself and you let people know what's going on. You can find hope, right? I think a lot of times when people are hopeless, it's because they're not being honest with themselves, right? Why can't you, if you're addicted to something, why can't you quit? Because you're not honest. You don't think you're an addict. Well, you can't get help if you don't think you have a problem. You see what I'm saying? So when we're honest with ourselves and we have these negative emotions and all these negative feelings in our subconscious, and we call it out, I feel like I can't go on, something like that, because of the sound. We release ourselves of that oppression, because oppression can only survive through silence. Write that down. Oppression can only survive through silence. It's the silence, right? When you speak it out and you start letting people around you know what's going on, and you start letting yourself know what's going on, you start calling it out, you start, hey, this is, sometimes I'm not all right, or whatever, you know. We feel embarrassed. We may feel embarrassed, but who cares? It's all about letting your ego go, right? Letting your pride go, right? That's what Jesus talks about. I'm not here to preach at all. I'm just saying that you got to let go of your ego and your pride if you want to find healing, because it's our pride that keeps us back from the things that we truly want from our breakthroughs. And our breakthroughs are there. They are there, okay? But first we got to let go of our pride, let go of our ego, be real with ourselves, not faking anything. And we are, I don't like the word distraction. We're getting on with our lives as what it really is about. We're getting on with our lives. If I wanted to produce music, I go and I produce music. I'm getting on with my life. Yeah, it's distracting me. But that's what getting on with your life is, right? If you have chronic pain and you're, oh, don't tell me to distract myself. Don't tell me to distract myself. Well, what do you really want to do? If chronic pain. You want to go do it, go do it. And if you forget about the pain for a while, what's so bad about that? I don't understand. People get so bent out of shape about words. So they act like if I say like, oh, I'm telling people they need to go to distract themselves, like I'm telling people to like deny your reality or something. I'm not saying that. And in fact, I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying get real with yourself about your reality, but don't put your life on hold and sit there and do nothing. Get on with living. This helps. Okay? This helps tremendously. I can't tell you how much it helps, but it really does help. So that's what I find to be the most things, to not put timelines on it. Don't put timelines on your healing, you know? Like I say, you may have a good week, a bad day. You may have a good month, a bad week. You may have a great year, a bad month. Great 2 years, maybe you have a bad month or something. Like maybe you have a bad spurt. Maybe you're going through an emotionally challenging time and, oh, I can't believe this. The sound is bothering me again. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Had just a really long stretch where I was killing it. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's gonna be all right. We're gonna get through it. That's the attitude. That's what you need to be there for yourself. You need to pick yourself up. You need to love yourself. Give yourself time. It's okay. Don't be counting down anything. Get lost in the adventure that life has for you, because life is an adventure. It should be. Get lost in that, right? Regain your love for your life. Get back to living. That's what it means to be a human being. So anyway, you want to be a part of the Facebook community? It's free. Hit the link below. You want to grab a coaching session with me? I'd love to work with you. Hit the link below. Until next time, I'll talk to you later. Peace.